US is questioning Russia's commitment to peace in Syria. Unnamed US officials have told Reuters news agency that Russia has been repositioning artillery in Aleppo, increasing its airstrikes and boosting its forces across the country. Last month, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a withdrawal of some forces from Syria, saying their goals there have been achieved. And TRT World's Ediz Tiyansan is following the story from the southeastern Turkish city of Gaziantep on the border with Syria. Ediz, there are reports about further airstrikes and Russia stepping up its military operations in Syria. What more can you tell us?
Well, Sally, following the setback on proximity talks in Geneva, we're certainly seeing an increased escalation on the ground in Syria, especially this morning. Earlier today, we've heard from activists on the ground in Aleppo saying that more than 10 airstrikes were conducted by the Syrian regime or its allies in 5 different neighborhoods in the city of Aleppo, killing and injuring several people. And on top of that, we're also seeing a buildup of Russian military equipment in the area. Opposition resources said earlier that artillery pieces were being flown in by helicopters into the city of Aleppo, indicating that Russia has been repositioning artillery in northern Syria. Now, the United States has expressed concern that Russia is now moving more military equipment to bolster the Assad regime, and the location being Aleppo itself is quite significant. As you know, Aleppo is the largest city in Syria, currently divided between the regime-controlled west and the rebel-held east. And the control of the city itself is really considered a game changer in this war. So this move by Russia suggests that now the Syrian regime and its allies might be preparing for another assault on the city of Aleppo, which will certainly cause a lot of friction, especially given that now peace talks are already in tatters. Another assault on Aleppo might most certainly bring a definite collapse.
Well, if another assault is a great potential here, what are the reactions from Moscow on these claims?
Well, so far we haven't had any reactions from Moscow, but all along they've insisted that Assad will remain in power until a final solution. And this is one of the friction points, sticking points rather, in proximity talks in Geneva. And after the opposition groups have withdrawn from the negotiating table, it seems that Russia has changed its policy, because some 7 weeks ago, remember, just ahead of the cessation of hostilities, which Russia itself has brokered along with US and other allies, they've indicated that Russia had already withdrawn a bulk of its military forces from the area, especially some of its aircraft. But now that we're seeing more artillery being repositioned, it might mean that there is a change of policy there.
Okay, Ediz, thanks very much for that. That's Ediz Tiyansan in Gaziantep on the southeastern border of Turkey.